touch this. You can't touch this. Break it down. Stop. Hammer time.
Welcome to this week's episode of Talking Footy, the show with the two best looking sports presenters, apart from that hot chick who does the soccer on Fox Sports. I'm your host Sean, and with me as always, the irrepressible Dan Richards.
How's it going? Cheers, Sean. Mate, we got Broncos v Dragons. Broncos snuck in at the end there. Nicely done, I guess.
Yeah.
Eels and Tigers. Eels with the upset of the season.
Yeah, I didn't know there were so many Eels fans hiding behind their closet doors. Jeez, they come out of the woodwork, didn't they?
Do they swap in the placings now? Like first, last and second last? Do they,
No, Parramatta's anchored.
Yeah, no, right. Roosters and Raiders. Raiders fought back well, but Roosters too strong. Sharks and Knights. Knights upset at Shark Park there. Only by 4, but by 4. Not bad. Storm and Rabbitohs. Rabbits just went up for the task, and the Storm. I mean, you could argue
benchmarks right there.
All these other things, but in the end they won. And what are you going to do, really? Seagulls and Warriors. Seagulls make their
long charge to
place
them,
mate. Yeah, that's it. And you know they deserve their top 4 spot they've got. Panthers and Cowboys, mate. What happened there?
Oh no, I know. If you noticed,
JT was carving it up.
We'll talk about that in a minute.
And Bulldogs and Titans. Titans snuck back in the 8 and pushed Canberra down out there as well. So they're back in with a nice win over the Bulldogs. Nobody saw that coming. Bulldogs played like shit though. So what are you going to do?
Wait in Monday night.
Yeah.
First of all, obviously, I'd like to talk about the Panthers game. Mate, extremely disappointing. Number one, the fact that it's on a 6:30 on a Sunday. Again, I think that's just a rubbish time slot.
People forget that football's on that late on a Sunday.
And plus,
I did.
You're at the end of the weekend. You're just looking to relax and prepare for work the next day.
Yeah.
I'm a season ticket holder and I was struggling.
Yeah.
As you can also see, no Panthers cooler today.
Yeah, what's going on with that, man?
No Panthers jersey. I'm a bit upset. Well, I think we should get to that a bit later. And the real story to come out of the weekend.
Yeah.
Not only was Melbourne too good for the Rabbits, but Sam Burgess decided to take things literally into his own hands.
Well, he was starring in that musical, The Nutcracker. Yes. He thought it was Christmas. All these Christmases had come at once, or at least O'Neill's had.
Now, being the victim of a squirrel grip before in rugby league, mate, the reality is the judiciary's got to pull their head in. It's just a part of the game, same as facials and a beer afterwards. You've already tried to get rid of the shoulder charge, getting rid of the Jats cracker squeeze. I'm sorry, that's an Australian. Even though it was an Englishman on a half Kiwi, I think.
Well, and what is it? Noel Kelly said...
Noel Kelly, the hooker of the century.
He said, well, you've banned punching blokes in the face, what else is he supposed to do?
Yeah. How is he meant to get his aggression out if you can't give him an old whack on the nose? I mean, good on you.
Sky grip, part of football. Fingers in the bum, then?
Well, that's the next thing. What are they going to do? Yeah. Bring back the hopper because they can't punch on? Yeah. You've brought this on yourselves, you dickheads.
Hopper brought out of retirement. So he's not, they got wrestling coaches at Melbourne. At South, they're going to have finger in the bum coaches. Oh boy, I didn't think they needed coaching. But
see, your technique's all wrong.
You need to twist.
That's what the game's coming to, all right? You're fairing it up. This is what's going to happen. And on that silver, wonderful note, let's get to the first topic of the evening: who's shit house and who shit hot. Dan, fire away, my friend.
Mate, I like the Cowboys for shit up this week. I know they did, kill your Penrith side and they played terribly, but the Cowboys look to sort of seem to starting to get their shit back together, and Jonathan Thurston's start firing again. They have been hot and cold, but he's starting to look good.
Well, I would have put their performance actually down to Matt Scott and James Talmer. James Talmer in particular, he showed what a player he is, and he really ran over the top of us.
And JT can't run without the big fellas doing their job, so...
Exactly, they set the platform for him. Who's in your shithouse, mate?
Well, shithouse, I mean, you've put down the administration again, 2 weeks for, crushing a man's nuts. I mean, what do you do about that?
Is that 1 week per nut? What if he only squeezed the one?
I I think so. But no, you could call the Tigers pretty shithouse. I mean, man, did I give it to the Tigers fans that I knew about losing to Parramatta.
Yeah.
The way they're
Yeah,
going.
a few too.
Yeah, and the way they're going, really. Come on, Tigers, lift your game. Benji Marshall for announcing his switch to rugby union and to playing for Auckland and making that a public thing.
Yeah.
That's pretty shithouse.
Yeah.
Not happy with that. What about yourself, mate?
Mate, would you believe shit house? Yeah, Penrith.
Penrith. Wow, hey.
My own boys.
Yeah.
We've gone
That's
from
how you really feel.
Yeah, we've gone from 8th position in 4 weeks with a very good for and against to 13th position. I think we've scored 4 tries in the last 4 weeks and had about 40,000 scored against us.
No, you don't win that. You don't get win games with 4 tries.
No, that's right. It's been quite poor. The boys are really, they had everything to play for. There's a mathematical possibility, and whenever you say that, it means there's no possibility. There is a mathematical possibility.
I think it happened for Canberra once.
By running home hard. It did happen to Canberra once.
It did. It's mathematically impossible.
I think it was 2003.
1% chance it could ever happen, and then it swung, and they got in and lost first round. Yeah!
It's Canberra way.
That's what we do. See you in the finals.
At least you get there. But shit hot, would you believe I'm actually going to give it to the Tigers fans?
Oh, fans, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, they're in. They take their loss to Parramatta quite happily, so.
As Penrith supporters understand, Tigers supporters do as well. We know how to take a loss on the chin. But when it comes to talking shit consistently about playing rosters and their coach, they've gone back into the hilt and they've gone against the board who have been malfunctioning for a long time. I was speaking with another supporter about this the other day, how over the last 10 years the Tigers have managed to really stay out of all that bullcrap that comes in the sports pages.
Yep.
However, in the last couple of years, it started to come to a head, and that's mainly due to the poor board. They were willing and going out there to try and sack Mick Potter, even though they're still paying a mozza to Tim Sheens.
Yeah.
What do the fans do? Backlash. Sack yourselves, they told the board. Guess what? Mick Potter's got another year as he should. So good on Tigers fans, not only sticking to your team, but sticking it to the board, who are stuffing up immensely.
Well, that's how the West do it, mate. That's
Yeah,
how we do it.
exactly. That's how we stick it out.
Yeah. Happy days, mate. Happy days.
Definitely. Speaking about happy days, we'll take it back to the Fonz time in reminiscing. Dan, do you remember the back-to-back 1990 and 1991 grand finals?
Yes, I do. You want to headbutt now, or shall we headbutt later?
Well, we won all, so let's go.
Yeah, that's true. Let's go for a score grab each.
Yeah, in fairness, the Panthers did lose their first ever grand final too. The rampaging
Oh, mate,
Greenwich.
they were going off.
Yeah, no, look, it's a good game. Really good game,
Lovely.
actually. It was the Ricky Stewart show, Laurie Daly on fire.
Big
as well.
Mal.
Big Mal.
The original unit of the centre.
Yeah.
Maybe not the original, but
And
the best.
against a young buck in Brad Fittler. And then you also had the 91 grand final, the defending champions, the minor premiers. Revenge is best served. Not cold, it was a lovely sunny day.
Yeah, it was a lovely sunny day. I remember it fondly because that was the first grand final I remember watching with my old man. Him yelling at the TV. I was yelling. I didn't know what I was yelling at, but I was yelling.
Okay.
And it was heartbreaking. You guys killed us.
Ah, well, yeah, mate, we only come back in the last, 15 minutes.
Yeah,
Hey.
but it was a terrible 15 minutes to watch. Well, great for you guys.
But another great grand final. Those grand finals where there was,
What,
there was
those day
action
grand
playing.
finals?
Yeah, those
Where everyone showed up and was lovely.
day grand
Yeah.
finals. One of my highlights, though, was the pre-game entertainment. Now, you've all seen the man, well, you might not have all seen, but you should have. The man, or the men, parachuting into the stadium to really, show people that anything's possible. Well, they had a man camered and mic'd up for the broadcast. And let's see how he did coming into the stadium.
Let off some steam, Benny.
So, I just got word from our producers. We've had to pull that because apparently the man died on impact. Ooh. Thankfully it was in 91, so it's not too soon to have a laugh about it.
What's the 22-year rule, I think?
No, it was a good day, good one for everyone. So, day grand finals, we've said it before, bring it back.
Beautiful.
Loving it.
Well, so, hot topic, mate. What do we got this week? What do you reckon? What's burning your britches?
My hot topic. Now, I understand, we all do, that the Australian Rugby League Commission signed a $1 billion television deal and all the rest. So, Pat on your back. Congratulations. Everyone's done. Golf clap, everybody. Golf clap.
Yes.
Yes.
Well done. Yes.
Now, I've also found out, exactly, that the NRL previously ran with 60 staff. Okay, and then you had the...
That all?
Yeah, 60 staff. And then you had the heads of everything else, you know, and they'd combined. But
Yeah.
really, the reality is it was run day to day on 60 staff.
Mm-hmm.
Now, with streamlining everything, we now have 140 staff, which is more than double what's happened. And what I'd like to say about it is, that's rubbish.
Yeah.
They're apparently running $10 million over budget this year.
I wonder why.
It's like
What's 80 times what? Base 50 grand.
Exactly. Then you've got a bloke like Dave Smith, who's the head of the, he's the CEO. All right. You've got all the independent commission. Then you've got Jim Doyle underneath Dave Smith, who used to run New Zealand Rugby League, is also a very rich man on his own. I think he invented one of the GPS companies, like actually one of the sat nav things. One of those.
Right.
And then you've got Todd Greenberg, extremely successful sportsman. He used to run ANZ Stadium and used to run the Bulldogs quite well, by the way.
Yeah,
The membership
turn
and
them right
fan
around.
base, straight up.
Yeah.
So my question is, A, what the fuck is Dave Smith's job, other than to go, you two boys sort it out? And B, who the fuck is everybody else on the payroll? What is going on? $10 million over budget. Where are all the grassroots going? Where's all that money going to? And don't tell me you're spending all that fucking money on that stupid ad with what's her name?
Oh, man.
Jessica Malboy. Nothing against her. The wrong fucking choice, and it all looks stupid. All right?
Yeah.
You guys.
Settle down, bro.
This is the hot topic, not the cool topic.
It's good. It's real cool.
I'm fired up because the exorbitant prices we've got to fork out to get to games. All the bullshit scheduling, the fact that rugby league's actually, the quality's not that good this year. We've got to go to these games and no one's paying to go to it, and you're still fucking paying each other too much money.
Yeah.
You might as well be part of the federal government, for fuck's sake.
Well, I was going to say, it's not a state government-owned utility. New South Wales, it's supposed to be a private entity. It's supposed to be making money. They're throwing it down the drain. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, who are the stakeholders?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they used to, the stakeholders are the guys with the meat tray.
Man, I can go steak right now.
Oh yeah, I get a snags and a rissoles on that meat tray.
Alright, we're out of here. Barbecue.
Oh wait, no, we ran out of gas. Might as well finish.
Yeah, right.
Right on that, right, let's go to our hot tips.
Hot tips.
What do you got?
Cold tips, because we had a hot topic.
Ooh,
Mate, tips this week, we got, I don't know. What's, who we got? We got Knights at home against the Storm.
That would be paying pretty good dollars. That's got to be at the very least $2.20, I'd say.
I'd say Knights, man.
Yeah.
I mean, the Storm, they're doing what they're doing, but the Knights at home, you know it. Up there in the Hunter, they know it. If you still doubt it, well then you should go and talk to someone from the Hunter, because they know it.
Yeah.
I don't really like the Knights. I hate the Storm. Everyone knows that. So Knights, get on it.
Speaking of someone not from the Hunter, that's wow.
Yeah.
Mate, I'm going to have to disagree with you there.
Okay.
But
Nobody bets on it. Nobody bets it on the $1.04 bet.
Yeah, there's no black caviar odds for me. We're looking at Dragons Sharks at Wynn Stadium. Now,
The derby.
Yes.
Derby of the South.
The Dragons have actually picked up the game a bit.
They have.
All thanks to one man, really. It's Josh Dugan.
Yeah.
Trent Merrin and Josh Dugan have been fantastic this year. I think Trent Merrin might actually get Lock of the Year. He's been playing that well. And Josh Dugan, obviously his sponsorship from Bacardi Breezes has gone, through the roof. Cronulla all the time have their downside about this time of year. I think it's...
They got unlucky against Newcastle last week, and Gallen is back and he's firing, so...
Look, Gallen was back last year and firing, but after Origin Series, they tend to kind of take a dump. All their players really put in a lot of effort to get to Origin. They put a lot of effort through Origin. Once they get to this time of the year and they know September's around, they really struggle to keep it going.
They're still going through that Asada bullshit as well.
Exactly. So. Look, I don't think it's going to be a big one, and I hate betting on the Steelers, but 1-12, I think they'll take it at Win.
Fair call. Beautiful. That's the one.
That wraps up this week's episode, which has been another cracker. Yeah. This show is brought to you by Josh Services for all your security needs and eBay seller Phillips79. He has a wonderful Footy library. Go ahead, email him and see if you can pick yourself up something.
Nice one. And don't forget to go to our Facebook page, like it. I think that's a thing, liking it. Sharing it. Can you share it as well? Sharing's a thing more now. Share the shit out of it, man.
Yeah. Don't poke us though, that's gay.
No. You could.
if it's Sam Burgess or Hopper.
They should make a squirrel grip button. And don't forget to go to www.talkingfooty.com for all your footballing needs, tipping and forums and all of football.
Yeah.
Just
And-
live football.
And just before we go, I've just had breaking news.
Breaking news.
Yes, Sam Burgess has now been sponsored by Nobbies. So not only can you nibble, but you can grab yourself a bag as well. And on that note, I think we'll end it. Have a good night, gentlemen.
Cheers, guys. I'm another beer.
Hey.
See you later.
And that's the end of that chapter.